Thank you, Mr. Harris and members of the GMHS Band for sharing your musical talent with us today. Before we begin, we would like to make a land acknowledgement, which is an important step in the reconciliation process. Rocky View School acknowledges and recognizes all of the Indigenous peoples whose footprints have marked these lands from time immemorial. Together we can learn and honor the ways of Indigenous people and of all peoples for future generations.
Rocky View Schools reconnaît tous les peuples autochtones dont leur histoire est empreinte ou marqué ces terres depuis des temps immémoriaux. Ensemble, nous pouvons apprendre et honorer les façons de savoir des peuples autochtones et tous les peuples pour des générations futures. Bonjour à tous. Hello everyone, my name is Emily Andrews.
And I'm Dylan Ellingson. Bienvenue. We are today's Masters of Ceremony and members of next year's class of 2021. We are honored to be able to share this moment with all of you. As we begin, we would like to recognize the strange times that we are all facing. Although perhaps inconvenient, our current situation does not diminish the extent of your achievements, nor our ability to celebrate them. So welcome, all of you, graduates, friends, family, staff, and guests, who are joining us today and taking the time to celebrate our graduating class of 2020. Your support over these past few months will never be forgotten.
We would like to thank all the staff on the George McDougall Grad Committee. Without them, this virtual ceremony would not have been possible. The Grad Committee worked tirelessly behind the scenes to try and make this ceremony as special and memorable as possible, given the circumstances, and wish that they could be celebrating with you, our graduates, in person. So, without further ado, please join us for the singing of O Canada, performed by Georgia Ray Wilcox, one of our graduates.
Veuillez nous joindre pour le chant d'O Canada, interprété par Georgia Ray Wilcox, un de nos diplômés. We would now like to welcome our mayor, Mr. Peter Brown, to speak on behalf of the City of Airdrie.
Hello, graduates, parents, teachers, family, and friends. I'm Mayor Peter Brown, and I'm happy to bring congratulations and warm wishes from our Airdrie City Council. It takes hard work and dedication to get where you are today. And although this year is especially tough because you can't go out and celebrate together, you should still feel very proud. This global pandemic is one of many hardships you will face in your lifetime. You're going to experience adversity, and I'm not suggesting that just because of your age you haven't already experienced hardship, but you will continue to experience challenges. You can't control everything around you, and COVID-19 is a perfect example of that. But you can choose how you're going to react. The late Arthur Ashe says, start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Start where you are. Be present in the moment and take each step one step at a time. Use what you have. Take stock of your unique strengths. Don't compare yourselves to others. Their opinions are none of your business. You have the ability to succeed if you choose to. Do what you can. When you can't control a situation, can you choose to respond positively? Can you respond with compassion instead of frustration? Can you listen without judgment? Can you spread kindness? This is your time to show up for our community, but more importantly for yourselves. Parents, family, and friends, congratulations. Your encouragement has helped your child get to this point. It's tough not to see them cross the stage to mark this amazing milestone, but you should still be very proud. Teachers, we can't thank you enough for the important work you do. I've heard from several teachers who are heartbroken that they can't get the chance to say goodbye to their classes when our schools were closed. I know you're doing the best that you can to prepare these young people for the next stage of their lives. Thank you for your dedication through these formative years and for adapting to current challenges. Again, to the George McDougall graduating class of 2020, wherever life takes you, I wish you all the very best and congratulations on your amazing accomplishment.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Now, please welcome Mr. Jim Forrest, one of our Airdrie School Board Trustees, to bring greetings on behalf of the Rocky View Schools Board of Trustees.
My name is Jim Forrest. I am a Rocky View School Trustee for Ward 3 here in Airdrie, and it is my honor and my privilege to bring greetings from the board to the George McDougall graduating class of 2020. While today is certainly not how we imagined it, remember that despite where we are at this moment in time, you are at that wonderful point in your lives where your entire future is spread out in front of you, ready for all that you can and will make of it. This is a day that you will remember for the rest of your lives, and perhaps even more so, as you have the dubious and unanticipated distinction of graduating in the year that shook the world's economy and asked that all its citizens do their part in helping ensure the safety of family, friends, and neighbors. You have made the most of a difficult situation that has required discipline, hard work, and strength of character. And for that, we thank you. I encourage you to take the time to make the most of today's celebration. Celebrate your accomplishments in your own way, simply and meaningfully, with your family and loved ones, as they have played an important role in getting you to this day. The Arthur Ashe quote chosen for this year's graduation ceremonies is top-notch, and I would be remiss not to mention it today. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can to make the most out of your life and the lives of the people you will inevitably encounter in life's journey. To the George McDougall graduating class of 2020, we are proud of you and your accomplishments. My sincerest and heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you.
Thank you, Mr. Forrest. To speak on behalf of Rocky View Schools, we would like to welcome Mr. Greg Luderbach, Superintendent of Rocky View Schools, to the stage.
Welcome dignitaries, families, staff, and most importantly, George McDougall High School graduates. It's my honor to share some greetings on behalf of the staff of Rocky View Schools. Now this pre-recorded format's different, and I'm just gonna have to trust that you're gonna laugh at the appropriate times. Now let me also point out the elephant in the room or on the video, that I too wish we were physically together. Flashback just 3 to 4 months ago, and none of us would have imagined that we'd be watching this on video rather than sitting on those uncomfortable, stiff chairs. Today, we celebrate the completion of high school. For most of you, public schooling began back in the fall of 2007, with you finally getting to go to school. Most of you felt you were ready so much earlier, but we all made you wait. Now that seems so long ago. You entered high school in the fall of 2016, and as a precursor to TikTok, you were busy filming the mannequin challenge. You were busy looking at your phone, trying to determine, was it a beagle or a bagel? And you're busy mastering the water bottle flip. Look at you now. You've come a long way. Along the journey, you've made new friends, had many teachers, went on countless field trips, and were involved in clubs and concert, teams, productions, and even managed to meet the graduation requirements. Now, having no diploma exams this semester sure didn't hurt. Somehow through this all, you've even managed to get some at-home learning completed, in between episodes of Tiger King, that is. Congratulations, you've just about made it through high school. Now you've demonstrated over these last 3+ months that you can be selfless and forego hanging out or going camping with your friends in an effort to help others. Now recently I saw a commercial that resonated with me. It said, "Adversity came to town and challenged us to show it what you're made of. What I know, you rose to the occasion and took it on head first. You showed that you exemplify resilience, patience, selflessness, fortitude, determination, compassion, and more. You've risen to the challenge, and that's important, as you'll need to step up and rise to many challenges in the future. Everything isn't going to go the way you planned. You'll need to adapt and learn on the fly, adjust, solve problems, overcome adversity, think critically, collaborate with others, and even navigate bad haircuts. These are the skills that you're going to need to leverage in your next stage of your life, no matter what your choice is, whether that be post-secondary education, or eventually traveling the world, or entering the world of work, or even if your plan is to live in your parents' basement. Now, parents, you're going to practice these same skills, especially if your child's choice is to live in your basement. Now, remember, grads, that you're not alone. Social isolation will end. You have family and friends and teachers rooting for you and ready to provide assistance along the way. Now, you're at the stage where you're making more important decisions and taking more responsibility for those decisions. You will make mistakes, all of us do, but it'll be how you recover from those mistakes which is most important. I encourage you to keep your options open, because believe it or not, you might need to change your mind. Mistakes and changing your mind are part of life. To all of our RVS staff who helped you get to this point, thank you. To the families of our grads, congratulations. You were a big part of getting them to this point. Now, to the grads, I encourage you to take time to thank the people that helped you along the way. Now, in closing, we are proud of our graduates and are excited about what you will do, where your journey will take you, and the contributions you will make. Take care of each other and go out there and make a positive difference in the world.
Thank you, Mr. Luderbeck. At this time, please welcome George McDougall Principal, Ms. Lori Johnston, to give her principal's address.
Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Good day, class of 2020, honored guests, and our families that are cheering on your graduates. Bonjour, la classe de 2020, les invités spéciaux et nos familles qui encouragent nos finissants. C'est absolument un honneur d'être la directrice de l'école secondaire George McDougall. Je suis encouragée par le talent, l'énergie et l'engagement de chacun de nos finissants Mustang. It is indeed an honor to be the principal of George McDougall High School. I am inspired in every day of my work by the kindness, courage, and beauty of our students. You have been missed. Vous nous avez manqué. Students are the reason that I love what I do, and I'm always at wonder that I have been given this amazing opportunity in my life. I have the best gig ever. Although I'm newly back to George McDougall and have not had the privilege to witness the 4 years of what you have experienced, I do know that there have been multiple moments of both triumph and adversity. You have won awards, won on courts and fields, won classroom debates, won in performances, and won at working hard in classes to reach the milestone of graduating high school. You have grieved over the passing of a cherished classmate, and you have grieved the passing of a final semester with school cultural events such as the Ride of the Mustang, and all things graduation in the normal disappear. In all these times, you have demonstrated compassion, fortitude, and perseverance. You have each other's backs, including now in protecting each other to be strong and well. Our goal for every student at George McDougall High School is to be able to live and learn at the highest capacity, to be able to embrace every possibility in bright adult futures. We want each of our students to be confident and competent in the ability to face every change and every challenge along life's journey, to be exceptional humans. Our cherished students of the class of 2020, what advice do I give you as you walk bravely into this world of adulthood to reach your best? I will share what I have learned thus far, either by choice or by failure, sometimes both, and we'll also reference a little of what research has to say. A large part of our leading and living quality adult lives is our choice to either stay in the comfort zone or break outside that box to live richly and deeply. Just like a typical principal, I will share some rules. First, the don'ts. Do not be like everyone else. Be secure in being you and do not seek to blend into the crowd. Live your true colors. When people disagree with you, realize that it does not mean personal rejection. People have different perspectives and positions. That's okay. Do not merely survive this life journey, but work through the muck and mire to come out and thrive. Embrace life. Do not settle for just getting by and living less than what you deserve. Eliminate procrastination and judgment. Check your assumptions and get things done. Do not sit in anger or in a lack of forgiveness. Do not be held hostage by others' transgressions. A favorite quote is, when people go low, you go high. Don't try to control everything. Life is always going to throw you a curve, and learn to welcome Plan B. It just might even be a better road. Do not let ongoing fear turn into a lifetime of regret. Playing it safe or not taking the risk to be better can hold you back from opportunity and improvement. Don't get caught up trying to convince people of your worth. Don't try to win over the haters. You don't need to learn, speak, or listen to their language. What people think of you is none of your business. Never give up your personal power. Stay true to yourself and don't abandon your own ship. Stay the course. The do's. Go for your dreams. Approach new learning with curiosity as well as relationships. Have the courage to explore new things and get to know new people. Know what you stand for and stand against. Establish your values and your moral compass. In it all, though, be kind, be inclusive, and make others feel that they are accepted and belong. Work hard and work smart. You all have tremendous gifts. Use them. See value in all things and all people. On the upside, COVID has given us time to pause, reflect, and realize what is important. It has also given us more time with those that we love. Be aware of what others are saying and doing. Watch and listen. Everyone has a story. Listen carefully to understand. Practice self-care. Learn your limits and what you need to recharge. Be good to others and keep yourself well. Be a team player. Be ready to step in and step up. And sometimes that also means knowing when to step out. Dance with abandon, even if you are the biggest dweeb on the floor, and sing loudly, even with discord. When there is conflict, meet people where they are at and with compassion. Practice to ask more questions than to provide all the answers. Welcome change or disruption as beloved companions. You already have considerable practice in this time of COVID. Be humble. Being too proud goes before a fall, and happily claim that you are always a project in process. Learn from every person and situation. Thank everyone who gets you to the next step. Excitedly embrace the unknown of every day and be grateful at its end in all of your blessings. Be willing to fail gloriously, to live without limits and get the most out of life. Hardly any person of significance has hit the ball out of the park the first time around. Connect with people, not things. A life of abundance and fulfillment is a wealth of family and friends while contributing to the greater good. Own what you need to own and be responsible for your part in every circumstance. Be good for your word. And whenever you screw up, be the first to apologize and to make amends. Keep your eye on the target that your response to life challenges will dictate more than the actual circumstances. Trust that much good can come out of the negative. Love with all your heart. Laugh from your bellies. Learn about the absolute wonder of our existence and live with absolute joy. Be who you are. Do what you need to do and have amazing lives. Lastly, I will add, lead with all of your being. Make a difference in this world and make people and places better for your presence. Give back for what has been given to you. Most of all, make good choices and lead yourself well so that you can leave a legacy of caring, compassion, contribution, and light. George McDougall, graduating class of 2020, you have made our school and our lives better. Many of you have broken out of your comfort zones and have already made a difference in this world. We are all so proud of you, and we love you all so very much. Keep pushing for excellence, and always know that your principal and the staff at George McDougall are cheering you on. Keep us posted on what is happening in your lives. But in the now, have a wonderful celebration of what you have achieved today. Make wonderful memories. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Ms. Johnston. Mrs. Diana Staper would now like to introduce the class of 2020's valedictorian.
Madame Diana Staper aimerait maintenant présenter la majeure de promotion pour la classe de 2020.
It is my pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian for the class of 2020 at George McDougall High School as one of the most resilient, hardworking, talented, and creative individuals I've had the opportunity to work with. Her contributions to leadership, athletics, fine arts, our Global Encounters program, and excellence in academics is tremendous and inspirational. Katie Keller's achievements include maintaining an incredible average of over 95%, including a very prestigious and very well-earned 100% on her Bio 30 diploma. She's dedicated and committed to Mustang volleyball and curling. She's a talent in her art programming, and of course, her involvement in school leadership since grade 9 has gone a long way. She has spearheaded the largest school culture endeavor, the Ride of the Mustang. It is without a doubt that Katie Keller has embodied Mustang excellence, and I am very proud to present to you our valedictorian, Katie Keller.
Good morning, honored guests, staff, proud parents, grandparents, families, friends, and most importantly, graduates of the graduating class of 2020. I've been given the honor of speaking to you today as the valedictorian for the George McDougall High School graduating class of 2020. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I would like to express my sincere appreciation and gratitude to all of the teachers, family members, and friends who have helped us reach this important milestone in our lives. Without your endless encouragement and support, we would not be the amazing young adults we are today. Thank you. 13 years ago, our parents and guardians watched as we walked into school on our first day of kindergarten. For them, this bittersweet moment marked the start of our journey towards adulthood. Over the years, our parents and guardians have provided us with a guiding hand while we navigated through the challenges we faced at school. They supported us when we needed encouragement and offered advice about the world around us. Although there have been many ups and downs throughout our years in school, we want to acknowledge and thank our parents and guardians for continuing to be there for us no matter what. At George McDougall High School, students have the privilege of being surrounded by a phenomenal group of teachers and staff members who truly care about the success and well-being of their students. The staff work hard to provide a safe and accepting learning environment where students can flourish socially, athletically, musically, artistically, and academically. Teachers and staff continuously offered support and guidance to students who needed it. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the teachers and staff members at George McDougall High School for making these past 4 years ones we will cherish and remember for the rest of our lives. Your dedication and passion for teaching has not gone unnoticed, and we will forever be grateful for what we have learned here. I would also like to thank all of the teachers and staff who have supported us on our academic journey over the past 13 years. In today's world, being resilient is an important attribute of successful people. Dieter F. Uchtdorf said, "It's your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself, that determines how your life story will develop." All individuals will face adversity during their lives. Resiliency determines how people will react and overcome this adversity. The students in the George McDougall High School graduating class of 2020 have demonstrated and built their resilience throughout the past 13 years in school. Our path towards being resilient started from the moment we left home and walked into school on our first day of kindergarten. We stepped out into the exciting new place, unsure of what the future held for us. In elementary school, it was as simple as getting up after falling down while playing during recess, and finally learning to tie our shoes after hundreds of failed attempts. Although these are small moments in our lives, they provided each of us with a foundation of resilience that we would continue to build upon as we grew older. In our middle school years, we transitioned from playful children into hardworking teenagers who sought independence from our parents. During the class versus class tug-of-war competitions, we learned how to work together and dig our feet in while pulling against the resistance we faced. Our physical strength and tenacity were tested as we battled for the title of tug-of-war champions. This competition instilled in us the importance of teamwork and perseverance. In grade 9, we walked into George McDougall High School for the first time and were filled with a whirlwind of emotions as we started the final chapter in our schooling journey. Along with being the youngest in the school, our grade 9 year held many unexpected challenges. We started the year trying to cram our core subjects into the morning, which was busy and overwhelming for both the students and teachers. After a month, our morning schedule changed to help alleviate some of the struggles of the previous one. We looked to our grade 9 teachers, Mrs. Reichart, Mrs. Tobin, Mrs. Erickson, Madame Petkoff, and Mr. Moss, who were strong and resilient role models for us despite the challenges that arose. Together, we overcame these difficulties and strode into grade 10 with confidence, knowing we are now truly Mustangs. Grade 10 was a year of growth for us as we gained maturity and independence after getting our driver's licenses and starting to venture off on our own. We were lulled into thinking life wasn't too bad. Sure, we faced obstacles, but there was nothing we couldn't handle. We finished the year feeling excited about what was to come in the future. As we started grade 11, the end of our schooling was in sight. We began to plan our future and were looking forward to the opportunities ahead. In May, we were overwhelmed with grief after the tragic passing of Jacqueline Avery. Through this ordeal, we supported one another and persevered through the tragedy together. We will always remember Jacqueline for her selflessness, friendliness, and smile that captivated the room. A big part of being resilient is learning to find the positive in all situations. We can learn from Jacqueline's optimistic outlook on life and apply it to our own when we face adversity in the future. The reality of being seniors felt surreal as we entered our final year of high school. We had completed 12 years of school and were so close to graduating. The first semester flew by as we applied to universities, colleges, and future job opportunities, and made it through our first set of diplomas. We started the second semester not expecting we would be finishing the school year online due to a global pandemic. The COVID-19 health crisis has brought on numerous new challenges and obstacles every day. As a result, we have learned many valuable skills over the past few months. Doing online school has developed our self-motivation and independence, and staying home has shown us the importance of not taking things for granted. Despite the challenges we've faced, we have successfully adapted to the changing world around us. As we look to the future, we are, once again, ready to leave home. This time, however, we are entering a world much larger than kindergarten. Our experiences over the past 18 years have given us the strength and confidence in ourselves to know that we can overcome any challenges life throws at us. The graduating class of 2020 has demonstrated what it means to be resilient in the face of adversity. We will embrace the uncertainty of the future and persevere through the setbacks we face on our road to success. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie, for those inspiring and thoughtful words.
Merci, Katie, pour ces mots inspirants. I would now like to welcome Ms. Lori Johnston and Ms. Lise Reichart to the stage to make the presentation to the graduates.
Riley Agnew. Wyatt Simon Anderson. Bradley Douglas Todd Anderson-Stein. Alexandra Mary Barrett, French Immersion. Anthony Batten. Tyson Vernon Baxter. Noah Ernest Bowden. Leslie Jane Big Bull Robert. Sean Jackson Birch. Simon Darrell Bodner. Travis Corey Bonnet. Katana Susan Bray. Ainsley Renee Breckenridge. Tristan Jolene Brinson. Anna Rachel Brown. Jacob Ethan Brown. Riley James Bueller. Haley Mackenzie Bunting. Diana Barbara Bushfield. Keegan Ralph Butler. Huda Khaled Butt, French Immersion. Casey Morgan Campbell. Madison Case, French Immersion. Troy Chiasson, French Immersion. Kushveer Chowan. Crystal Ruth Clark. Hunter Douglas Clark. Colton Dean Clark. Dayla Stephanie Cooper. Megan Elizabeth Cormier, French Immersion. Edward John Crawley. Zoe Lynn Crispins. Desiree Marie Crosby. Caitlin Ann Suka. Chase Allen Cuthbertson. Kyla Tegan Searson, French Immersion. Olin Dean Dalpin. Evan Matthew DeGroot. Kane Mario James DeDominicus. Logan Andrew DeGuda. Peyton Lillian Dykert. Samantha Fern DeMerchant. Noah Riley Doherty. Phoenix Dunbar. Lucas Bradley Mack Ferber. Lisa Sakura Fisher. Paige Anastasia Rosemary Fix, French Immersion. Haley Lynn Francoeur. Caleb James Fraser, French Immersion. Caden Allen Friesen. Garrett Keith Fuller. Sadie Marie Beach Gadet. Austin James Garansky. William Michael Lyle Gilday. Cassidy Ruth Goss. Cadence Elizabeth Grant. Greer Ava Grant. Nolan Byron Winston Hanson. Liam David Hawkins. Ty Liam Hines. Callum Edward Hickerson. Avery J. Holman. Tegan Michael Holman. Seth Isaac Hoffman. Leah Jade Hubley, French Immersion. Taylor Mabel Humber, French Immersion. Olivia Jean Irwin. Carl David Jansen, French Immersion. Hannah Sophia Johnson. Ashley Rose Jean Jones. Jet James Jones. Parker Nelson Jorgensen. Miracle Suzanne Cabano, French Immersion. Maya Carr Cayley. Ryan Mackenzie Carvenin Baker. Zoe Anna Elizabeth Casas. Katie Keller. J. Alyssa Dawn Kennedy. Palmer Lachlan Kennedy. Abijah Menelik Knight. Ryan J. Knopp. Tina Cron. Taylor Rose Krause. Damon Michael Larson. Joanna Roxanne LeBaron. Rihanna Tegan Marie Leckelt. Justin Cameron Legrander. Owen Carter Lugowski. Kaylee Marie McDonald. Sienna Brooke McDonald. Samantha Angelica McInnes. Brooke Stephanie Mayfit. Elias Manalakis. Karina Marguerite Ann Martin Robb. Jaden Clifford Maddock. Madison Rain McKelvey. Jackson David Harvey McKinnon. Tristan Paul Melanchuk. Angel Marie Milnthorpe. Tyler Reese Morrison. Jordan Noel Moss, French Immersion. AJ Myrol. Gracie Annalise Mitron. Joshua Christian Nickel. Ty Jaquish Nolan. Carolee Carita Nugis. Kelsey Diane Oki. Greg Ormstrup. Anna Sophia Ortiz, French Immersion. Abby Marie Osika. Tristan David Willett. Claudia Paul. Zachary Cadence Paul. Sky Lee Pearson. Matea Haley Peltier. Peyton Olivia Perpar, French immersion. Gabrielle Nicole Peters, French immersion. Victoria Renee Peters, French immersion. Robert Bradley Peterson. Madeline Ava Pulsfoot, French immersion. Christian Javier Renero, French immersion. Caitlin Marie Rigg. Amelie Erica Rachel Robert, French immersion. Rico Candelaria Rodrigo. Corey Ray Ronning. Jonathan Noah Roussel, French immersion. Declan Todd Patrick Sampson. Davis Reese Sobby. Caitlin Margaret Schmidtke. Allison Michelle Schultz. Anthony James Schuster. Bethany Angel Scott. Rhett Riley Cernowski. Sierra Paige Seaver. Cole James Smith. Paige Eden Stern. April Lynn Stokes. Jet Thomas Stresnitsky. Colt Brian Tebb. Nathaniel Brian Tivierge. Colton John Tranter, French immersion. Caitlin Elizabeth Tyson. Ryan Jacob Valakat. Mason Alexander Van Meter. Paulo Daniel Villanueva. Madison Annette Wagner, French immersion. Foster Charles Worthy, French immersion. Matthew Thomas Watson. Brandon Michael Weenus. Andrew Logan Whitrick. Kaylin Weeb. Georgia Ray Maggie Wilcox, French immersion. Holly Elizabeth Williams. Kimberly Sheila Wilson. Raiden Aaron Wilson. Ian James Winslow. Joel Christopher Wolf. Colton Joseph Rowe. Nicholas Rowe. Reese Bowman Yakachuk. Brody Charles Ewell. Jessica Zeroni.
We would now like to welcome Mrs. Gladys Brown and Mrs. Diana Staper to present the graduate awards.
Good afternoon. At this time, we will be recognizing 7 students for their outstanding success and their contribution to school and community. The first award, Knights of Columbus Humanitarian Award, valued at $500, sponsored by the Knights of Columbus. This is awarded to the student or students who show exceptional leadership and humanitarianism while demonstrating outstanding service to the school and community. This year's recipient is Claudia Paul. The next award, Chris Hargreaves Memorial Scholarship, valued at $250, sponsored by Vitreous Glass. This award goes to the student who exemplifies and models the goals of George MacDougall High School and Airdrie. This individual demonstrates perseverance and overcoming challenges. They are hardworking and independent, achieves a high level of success, and values personal achievement. The recipient of this year's award is Megan Cormier. The next award is the Tim Jackson Memorial Community Scholarship Award, valued at $500. It is awarded to 2 students. These students support and models the goals of George MacDougall High School and Airdrie. They are actively involved in organizing or working at community events and school activities. They model respect, courtesy, and empathy of others. The award is sponsored by the City of Airdrie Emergency Services. The recipients of this year's award is Abby Osika and Anna Brown. The next award is the Lawrence Scholars Foundation Award. It is sponsored by George MacDougall High School, and the value is $100. The individual was nominated for the Lawrence Scholarship due to character, service, and leadership. And the recipient of this year's award is Katie Keller. At this time, I would like to call Mrs. Diana Stapor to the stage to present the next award.
The next award is the Spirit of Youth Award, which is valued at $500 and includes a trophy. This award is sponsored by George MacDougall High School. The Spirit of Youth Award reflects the contributions that Constable Dave Henry made to the George MacDougall High School community. Constable Henry received the first award. This award is given to the graduate who exemplifies compassion, respect, caring, and works towards creating a promising future. In other words, embodies what it means to be a Mustang. I would like to present this award to our fellow Mustang who has left behind an incredible legacy for our school and particularly for the athletics program. This award goes to Jacqueline Avery posthumously. The funds for this award will go to the Jacqueline Avery Memorial Scholarship to support athletes with financial needs. We thank the Avery family for their generosity.
The final scholarship, the Schulich STEM Scholarship, valued at $100 and sponsored by George MacDougall High School. The Schulich Leader Scholarships Program recognizes students across Canada who demonstrate excellence in academics and community leadership. They plan to study in a STEM program, science, technology, engineering, or mathematics. Schulich Leader Scholarships were created by Canadian business leader and philanthropist Seymour Schulich. Each year, schools across the country will nominate one student for this scholarship. This student is well deserving of the honor of Schulich Leader nominee, and the recipient is Ainsley Breckenridge. Congratulations to all our award winners and to all the graduates of 2020. Before I turn the stage back to Emily and Dylan, I would like to take a moment and thank all our generous award sponsors. Please see our program for a list of sponsors. I'd like to thank our amazing MCs. You have done an outstanding job here today. Graduates, you can rest easy knowing that your school is in good hands with these students taking the reins for next year. Thank you, everyone, and have a great afternoon.
We would once again like to thank you all for participating in today's virtual ceremony. We recognize that this may have been an unfavorable way to come together and celebrate, but this does not negate your hard work or achievements over the years. So on behalf of the class of 2021 and of all George MacDougall students, we wish you the best of luck.
Nous voulons encore une fois vous remercier tous pour votre participation dans la cérémonie virtuelle aujourd'hui. Nous reconnaissons que cela aurait pu être une façon défavorable de réunir et célébrer, mais ceci ne diminue pas votre travail fort, accomplissement et vos réalisations au fil des années. Au nom de la classe de 2021 et de tous les élèves de George McDougall, nous vous souhaitons de bonne chance. Before we end our virtual ceremony and move into the virtual banquet, Mrs. Johnston will conclude with closing remarks.
To close this ceremony, we will extend our gratitude. We know that it takes a small urban conglomerate to support graduates in reaching this memorable day. We acknowledge the staff of George McDougall High School who have worked so very hard and walked alongside the class of 2020. They have cheered on, consoled, and seen our graduates as champions. Our teachers and support staff are an exceptional group of individuals. We trust that our grads will remember more about their relationships with many of our teachers as opposed to a curriculum concept or lesson. In particular, we thank Ms. Brown, who has sole served in being the grade 12 administrator to get many through to obtaining a diploma, as well as being the lead on graduation. We appreciate the contributions of our staff grad advisors to make this event special. We are grateful that Rocky View Schools is an exemplary system who provides learning opportunities that support our students to connect, achieve, and navigate success. We value the City of Airdrie for being a vital partner in positively contributing to our overall community experience. We need to recognize the incredible families who have supported our grads by driving them in everything and everywhere, maybe sometimes even a little around the bend, but because they love their children so much and want the world for their young adults as we do. Thank you for our collaboration in reaching this achievement. Finally, thank you to all of our graduates for the gift of working with you. We wish you the most incredibly fun and quality lives ever. On that, we would like to close with a little fun. In all the challenges of COVID, I was provided the blessing to meet Mr. Stephen Ogg. From his home in Los Angeles, he sends our final remarks to our Mustang class of 2020.
Greetings and salutations to the graduating class of George McDougall High School. This is Stephen Ogg, a Alberta boy myself, sending his best wishes. Words of wisdom, well, the ship of fools is behind me for a reason. I will say follow your dreams. Anything is possible. You have to believe, you have to have hope and perseverance. That's the big one. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do something, because you can. I did, case in point. So those of you who don't know me, Snowpiercer, Westworld, Walking Dead, Grand Theft Auto, video game. And it doesn't matter if you don't know me or not, because it's really just about sending the love and the congrats and well done. I know it's a very weird time right now for all of us everywhere. Most important thing is to stay safe, stay healthy, and just count your blessings and be grateful for what you got. So congrats to you all. Sending my love and congrats.
We are so excited to present the George McDougall High School graduating class of 2020. Graduating class of 2020, it's now time. Please stand and toss your caps.